All right, really quickly, I wanted to go through some stuff in the practice hack, specifically to be helpful for practicing randomizer, more specifically map rando, because the practice hack is very powerful and can like I've found a really good workflow for how to practice a lot of tricks that might trip me up. So I wanted to kind of pass that along so other people could maybe get some inspiration for how to use it themselves. If you ever looked in the practice hack before, you may have noticed that there's this tab called category presets. And this is like super powerful. So you can set like your preset option to whatever category you want to speed run. And then you can be like, okay, well, I want to go, I'm on KPDR. So let me go practice, I don't know, Kraid quick kill. So then I can go to Brinstar and then go to Kraid. And then I'm right here and all the stuff is there. And then I can drop a save state if I want to. And do all of my setups for the Kraid quick kill, and it's just the presets right there. I barely have to do anything to get there, right? It'd be nice if I could do that for like the things I want to practice for map rando. Except map rando is really weird because like you're getting a different thing happening every time, and like different people need to practice different things, right? Well, there is a feature that lets you do that. First off, let's talk about controller shortcuts very briefly. If you go down to the menu to controller shortcuts, you see save state, load state, reload preset, random preset, whatever. The three I want you to make sure you have are save state and load state, and you can set up your own custom mapping for these. I don't know what they're going to be by default. So like you can click a quick button combination to just save a state and load a state anytime you feel like it. The preset is separate from that, but also you want to be able to reload a preset. I would try not to have like save custom preset as a button combination. Yeah, this one. I would venture away from doing that one. Actually, load custom preset. That's the one actually that I have. Anyway, point being, know what these are. Try not to use the save one because you could overwrite some important stuff. The load preset is one you want to remember. The difference between save states and presets is presets you can have several presets you can jump to anytime. Save state and load state you pretty much only have one. So we can build our own presets and then have a save state to quickly load to spots within those presets after we've loaded the preset. So how do we do that? How do we build a preset? So we go into here, back to the preset options tab. I'm gonna go to preset 0 because that one's currently empty. And then I can go to, I'm gonna go to PRKD because that's the one I know. The built-in presets are still really good for like letting you zip around to different things. And then you can go into category presets. I wanna get to West Ocean because that's the thing in medium that a lot of people struggle with. So go to Brinstar, Ocean, and that's the part of the run that I wanted to get to. So here, I'm just here. Let me say, okay, well, I don't want to have a whole bunch of extra equipment for this. So let me turn off bombs because I don't want to be tempted to bomb jump. Oh, there's a little trick I can do with morphing into the Ripper so I don't have to make the precise jump. Let's turn that off so I don't have that option. And now I go preset options, make sure slot 0 is selected, then save custom preset. So now if I go in and load custom preset, it's gonna put me right back here every time. Notable thing is that when you load a preset, it will always leave the doors unlocked, and a lot of times it will just despawn enemies. So let's actually go across. Yeah, so here, normally there's a Ripper here that you have to dodge around. So we actually don't want that preset. We want something else. So we're gonna go, instead of starting in that room, we're gonna start in this room. And now we save custom preset. And now we load custom preset. Okay, now we're here. I just dropped a save state in case I want to come back here. Now the door closes and the Ripper should be there. So yeah, you have to be mindful with the presets as opposed to the save states. The presets will load you into a room in a strange state, which might not always be vanilla, which sometimes you want that. Sometimes it's helpful to have enemies gone to be able to practice certain things. But yeah, now we can load into here and we can practice the getting across the platforming, and I'm failing. Get across here. And look, the Ripper's back. So now we can practice this room with the Ripper still present. And then the cool thing is, I think in this version of the practice hack, I have like 15 presets. In my other one, I have like 40. Yeah, there's like 15. You can do, yeah, you can get versions of the preset that have like 40 presets. But then you can go, okay, I want to go custom preset 1. Now let me practice sky missiles. Okay, so if I want to go to back to sky missiles, I know in the speedrun route that's in wrecked ship, after Fantune, after attic, upper west ocean. Cool. So now I'm here. And then I might... Now, for this one, you probably do want to start from inside the room. Maybe. Or maybe from the other door. I'm not sure. So now I go to preset options, save custom preset on slot 1. Now I can come across here. And that guy's here. Oh, let me... Just to be thorough, load preset. See, the door's open. So it's loading a strange state. And the platforms are gone. No, they're right here. Okay, so this one still works. For some reason, this room works when you load straight into the room. Others are going to behave differently. But yeah, so now I can, if I want to come practice, I can go, okay, let me start here, load the preset. Okay, now we're going to do West Ocean platforming. So do that, practice that. Once I feel like I've done enough on this, maybe just get through it once. Like, okay, we made it all the way across. Cool. That's the warm-up for that. Now we go back here, select preset 1. Cool, now we go do this. We go do sky missiles. Okay, let's say we just finished sky missiles. Now we go back to here, preset 2, into Crocomire stuff. Because reasons. I had these presets set up for something different, so it's a bit weird. But now let me show you how I have mine set up, because I've been doing this workflow for about a month, and I found it really, really helpful in getting me good at certain tricks that I just wasn't practicing otherwise. So now I get to here. If I go to my custom preset options, you can see I have 20 of these filled, and I'm using all of them. And so, like, if I just want to sit down and practice for like half an hour or an hour, I can go all the way back to here. Load preset 0, load. All right, we're doing X-ray haul. You'll notice there's a bit of a spike in difficulty for these from medium stuff, but it's just what I've been in the mood for practicing lately. So now I can do this. Oh, I missed that jump. Okay, revert to my save state. This, get across. That's a bit slow. I messed that up. Try it again. I'm jumping a little late. That. Missing the D-boost. But let's say I finished X-ray haul. Okay, now we're moving on to the next one. Load preset. Okay, now I have trying to get a door stuck. This one's like double frame perfect. And then do this. Boom, like that. And then try to get this door stuck. Wow, I got it first try. Cool. Then we X-ray climb up. Okay, let's say I finished the X-ray climb. Now we go on to the next one. And like, you can just build an entire practice session for yourself that you can just run through every day or every week or however often you want to do this. But like, having the presets built in and something you can just pre-configure for yourself is super helpful, because you can just, you don't have to like go to the sections and set them up and figure out what loadouts you want for which tricks and stuff. You just like, you can build the presets well in advance. That's weird. Okay, we're gonna try that again. You can build these presets well in advance and then just go, anytime you have some downtime, just sit down and cycle through all of them. Or a handful of them even. So you can just get quick practice on everything. And this has been really great for me, because some of these tricks are like, I run into them in a map rando and I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's annoying. That's difficult, and I don't feel like putting the time into it because I'm not going to get it first try. It's probably going to take me 5 or 6 tries even. Whereas now I can just be like, because I've been practicing these just a little bit every day, now it's like no big deal to be like, oh, Cat Alley D-boost? Sure, I can do that. Oh, I left one alive. Let's see if this works. Nope. And nope. Boom, just like that. And like, because I've been able to just quickly practice this every day, it's like, it's some of the tricks that used to be hugely intimidating are just not that bad anymore. It's really cool. So yeah, I highly recommend this workflow to anyone who's like getting into Map Rando or has been playing Map Rando for a while and just has a bunch of tricks that like trip them up every now and then. Just go into the practice hack, set up your own list of presets so you can just have a thing for yourself to practice anytime you just feel like warming up. So yeah, hopefully this helps some people. I know, again, I've been doing this for about a month and it has been amazingly helpful just to have the tools that we have in the practice hack and knowing and finding a workflow that works for the tools that we have. So yeah, good luck with that.